How do you know if you have a problem? This is a problem. This is a solution. You see, what most people do is they'll take a problem, such as this one, and they'll have a solution. But because the answer to their problem is unfavorable or uncomfortable, they assume that they still have a problem. And that's where most people mess up at. Just because you would prefer it to not be the answer doesn't mean you still have a problem. You now have an unfavorable solution. And the question that I asked was, which one sounds like it gives you more control and power? To constantly state that you have a problem, or to say, I have an unfavorable solution. Regardless of how that sounds, the unfavorable solution still gives you a level of control, and it should bring about a level of peace because you no longer have a problem, you have a solution. So be very mindful of how you proceed in here, because continuing to believe that you have a problem when you already know the answer, when you already know the steps, when you already know the outcome, that's delusional thinking that's going to perpetuate the notion of anxiety and depression, and that's just not good for anyone. And the question was further asked, well, what would be a problem for Adrian Powe? My answer was, any problem that I don't have an answer for, by definition, is a problem. But if there is a situation that I have an answer for, whether it's favorable or not favorable, that's not a problem. I have a solution. Now, if I don't like the answer, then we can vent about that, or I can talk to somebody about that. But I don't call an unfavorable solution a problem. Because at that point, there's a cycle of, I got a problem, I got a problem, I got a problem, I got a problem, I got a problem. It's not mentally or emotionally productive to continue to get a solution and then make the solution a problem, because that cycle never ends. That's like the question, who created God? Well, if God is the creator, you got to stop it somewhere, because now it's, well, who created God? Well, who created the creator that created God? Well, who created the creator that created God that created God? Well, who created the creator that created God that created God's creator that created God created? That's a never-ending loop. So my answer is, it's not a problem if I have an answer. It's only a problem if I don't have an answer. You can't keep making problems out of answers, because you'll never have answers.